A small accident during a mass in a Polish town in 2008 led to a discovery that left both church authorities and scientists perplexed. What was found on a Eucharistic host challenged all ordinary explanations. This is the story of the Eucharistic miracle of Sokółka. We'll walk through the event, the surprising scientific investigation it sparked, and a profound spiritual message that emerged, a message not a proof, but a call to deeper faith for believers. To understand this sign, we must return to its very ordinary beginning, a Sunday morning in Sokółka, where a moment of pure happenstance set an extraordinary chain of events into motion. The story begins not with grandeur, but with a moment of humble human care during a Sunday Mass on October 12, 2008, at the parish of St. Anthony in Sokółka. As a priest was distributing Holy Communion, a small consecrated host accidentally fell to the floor. Following precise and reverent protocol for such a situation, the priest carefully picked it up and placed it into a small container of water, a vessel used for this specific purpose. This was the proper method to allow the host to dissolve respectfully, as Catholic teaching holds that the consecrated bread becomes the body of Christ. The container was then set aside. At this moment, there was no indication of anything extraordinary. It was a routine response to a minor accident. Rooted in deep respect for the sacrament, the parish continued its life, unaware that within that small vessel, something was about to unfold that would captivate believers and skeptics alike, according to later parish accounts. And so it remained, seemingly just a fragment awaiting dissolution. But when it was checked weeks later, the ordinary gave way to the inexplicable. Weeks later, Sister Maria, tasked with caring for the church, went to attend to the container. Upon opening it, she was met with a sight that defied expectation. Instead of a dissolved host, she saw a distinctive red spot, described in accounts as having the appearance of a stain on the fragment. Immediately recognizing this was far from ordinary, she informed the parish priest. The news spread quickly through the parish community, a mix of awe and piety. The local clergy, exercising great caution, decided the matter required higher attention. The fragment was secured, and the diocesan authorities were notified. This step initiated a formal process. The Church, in such cases, typically proceeds with a dual approach: a scientific investigation to understand the physical facts, and a theological investigation to discern any spiritual significance. The humble town of Sokółka was poised to become the focus of both. Faced with this mystery, the Church did not retreat into simple belief. Instead, it took a step that highlights its respect for both faith and reason. It sent the fragment for rigorous scientific analysis. To establish the material facts, the fragment was entrusted to two independent sets of specialists, first at the Medical University of Białystok in Poland, and later to a renowned expert in Italy. The analyses were thorough and meticulous. The findings are reported to have been consistent across both examinations. They identified the substance as actual human tissue. More specifically, it was determined to be living tissue from a human heart. The tissue is said to have been in a state of great distress, as if suffering from extreme trauma, and was intermingled with what appeared to be cells from blood. Crucially, there were no signs of any preservatives or agents that could have been used to artificially create such an effect. The scientists concluded they were examining living human heart tissue that had undergone a profound crisis. For science, this presented a profound mystery. How could such material be found fused with a consecrated host that had been placed in water? The nature and origin of the phenomenon remained, from a purely scientific standpoint, unexplained. Science had presented its findings, but the question of meaning remained. Now, it was time for the Church, after deep reflection, to offer its interpretation of what this profound mystery might signify. Parallel to the science, the Church conducted its own canonical investigation. Archbishop Edward Ozorowski of Białystok oversaw this careful process, consulting theologians and weighing the evidence. In April 2009, he issued an official statement. He did not use the word miracle in a definitive, dogmatic sense. Instead, he declared the event a phenomenon surpassing the laws of nature. More importantly, he framed its meaning. He stated that the Church perceives this as a special sign from God, meant to ignite devotion and deepen faith in the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. This nuanced language is key. The Church was not presenting it as coercive proof for non-believers, but as a gift of grace, a luminous sign for the faithful, encouraging prayer and reflection. This declaration allowed the fragment to be solemnly placed for public veneration in a side chapel of the Sokółka Church, where it remains today. With the Church's careful declaration, the event at Sokółka was not sealed as a mere historical curiosity. Instead, its true journey, as a living sign for the faithful, was just beginning. The legacy of Sokółka, therefore, extends far beyond a singular puzzling event. It has become a place of pilgrimage, drawing thousands who come not for spectacle, but for prayer. The core message, repeated by church authorities, is one of invitation, not validation. The phenomenon is seen by many believers as a divine reminder, a call to look beyond the appearance of bread and wine with the eyes of faith. It challenges the faithful to rediscover the awe and love due to the Eucharist in their daily lives. In a world often seeking empirical proof, Sokółka offers something different, a mystery that does not erase faith with reason, but rather invites a deeper, more contemplative trust. The final significance lies not in the analysis of tissue, but in the potential stirring of hearts toward a greater belief in words. This is my body. So, what are we left with after examining the story of Sokółka? We have a simple, documented event. We have a set of scientific findings that even experts call puzzling. And we have the clear, deliberate judgment of the Church. Not a proof to end all debate, but a sign, a luminous invitation. The true miracle of Sokółka, as many believers and theologians have reflected, may not lie solely in the unexplained transformation. It lies in its power to turn our gaze back to the central mystery of the Eucharist itself. It asks us to move from curiosity about an event to contemplation of a presence, from asking, "How could this happen?" to reaffirming, "We believe that you are here." In a world hungry for the tangible, Sokółka offers a different kind of nourishment, a reaffirmation that faith and reason can engage in profound dialogue, and that the greatest realities are often those perceived not just with the eyes, but with the heart. If you found this journey of faith and reason meaningful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your subscription helps us continue to explore and share stories that deepen our understanding of spiritual mysteries. Did this reflection on the Eucharist resonate with you? A like on this video lets us know and helps others discover this content. This story of Sokółka is a powerful invitation to contemplation. Perhaps it could inspire someone in your life. Sharing this video is a simple way to pass on that invitation. We would love to hear your thoughts. What does the idea of a sign versus proof mean to you in your own faith? Leave a comment below and let's have a respectful and thoughtful conversation. Thank you for your time and reflection. May the peace that comes from believing in a loving presence be with you always.